have to, if we have to. Now, Christopher, you're a lecturer. Do you come across a lot of students who have a lot of difficulty conversing or communicating with you at the university itself?
Correct, yeah. In the universities, the English proficiency sometimes can range between poor to atrocious.
Bengsan level, basically, right?
It's true for the locals as well as the foreign students.
Okay.
We lecturers sometimes we are English teachers first, then science teachers second, because when we read their reports or their thesis, we spend a lot of time correcting the English.
Right.
We change the grammar, we change the way they express, but we are not doing our primary job, that is to check the validity of the discussion, the analysis, the interpretation of results, but we are correcting the English.
That's not a good thing.
So it can be very frustrating to read because it's like a traffic jam. You can't just read smooth through. You keep going back and forth, and try to understand what they're trying to say. And many students, they say that they tell me that, oh, my spoken English is not good. My written English is excellent. But it's actually, I think this is a common misconception. I think that people tend to overestimate their writing ability and underestimate their speaking ability, because when they speak, I usually have no problems understanding what they have to say.
Sure.
When I read what they have to write, it can be very challenging.
Okay.
Because speaking and writing they're different. Writing is more complex. It uses more complicating words, more formal. Whereas writing uses simpler words, is more informal, and then you can get immediate feedback when you talk. The person understands what you're trying to say. You can change appropriately.
Sure.
Writing is you have to anticipate what your readers, their level of knowledge, their level of interest, and you write accordingly. So speaking, I don't believe when the people say that speaking writing is easier than their speaking. It's usually the other way around. So my experience in the university is the English level can be quite low. When I'm teaching as well, when there are foreign students in the class, I have to speak in English, even though the majority of them are locals.
Yeah.
And very visibly, I can see that the level of comprehension goes down. The students are a bit agitated, they don't sit, and they don't ask so much questions, and they don't understand. The level of interest goes down, the lesson becomes more boring, and I feel also stressed because I can sense that they don't understand. But when I teach in Malay, the notes can be in English, the handout can be in English, but when I talk in Malay, suddenly lots of questions, level of interest goes up, it's visible, you can see it, it's noticeable.
So how do we